Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to have Sam Hardman and the Hardman team here. And they're just a phenomenal group within our Samson Properties brokerage. And I'm just, well, happy to have my friend Sam here. So welcome, Sam. Good to have you on.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Tell me a little bit about the team, about your own experience. Fun fact about Sam is he's also our Gainesville broker manager. So excited to have him in that role. But tell me a little bit about the team and the history of it.
So the history of the team is I was a solo agent for a long time and was high producing and found out that even as a high producing agent, this business can get lonely. And I'm not the person that likes to be lonely. So I started the team to get people to help me with things and also just to be around people I liked. And then it
Perfect.
kind of grew from there. We have a constantly growing team, and I enjoy helping people. So I get to help agents be more productive.
So, as a side note, I'm giving you a plug here. You're one of our best coaches and mentors here at Samson as well. We get tons of positive feedback about how you coach within Samson. So I know that you've got that trait in you that you love to pour back into people as well. How
Yeah.
many how many years has the team been together? And then kind of roughly your production levels the last couple of years.
So the team's been together in one way or another for about 3 years. We've started it wrong and tore it back down to nothing and reconfigured everything. Kind of the big changing point was about a little under 18 months ago. My director of operations, Kelly Hayes, and I went to a thing called Beyond the Mastermind, which was like a real private, intimate meeting for 2 days with this guy, Bob Berg, who I've talked to you guys about before, who's the author of a book called The Go-Giver, which we loved. And came away from this 2 days of meeting with him with just pages and pages of notes. And we tell this story. We went to fly home and got on that plane and it was delayed for 3 hours. So we just sat on the runway for 3 hours before even taking off. And at first we were just looking at social media and like giggling at funny TikToks and then we're like, maybe we should work here. So we got out our notes and landed in DC 5.5 hours later, and had restructured everything, like how the team works, our splits, our incentives, our expectations, like everything was new. So we got to sit down with the team the next day and say, hey, here's where we are and here's where we want to go. And some of them were like, I'm on board. And some of them were like, I don't think that's for me. And we said, that's great, but this is where we're going. So we've built back up. So we're at 13 agents now on the team, plus an admin. Our admin is amazing. She does she
Tori,
does
right?
everything.
I've seen
Tori,
social media videos about Tori. They're
get you
great.
a Tori.
Get
She
you a
was
Tori.
she was a cop for 6 or 8 years. So I mean, being an admin, nobody's trying to fight you. So she loves that aspect of it.
So 13 team members and Tori. What general geographic area? I know you're our Gainesville broker manager, but where does a lot of the team do business? Where are we located in different areas, different states? What's the kind of reach of the team right now?
We're pretty spread out. Yeah. So we have agents in PG County, Maryland, Annapolis, West Virginia, Virginia. We don't have a DC agent right now. We've gone as far south as Richmond for listings. So we have a pretty big footprint. Most of it is in Northern Virginia, but we go on the outskirts too.
Gotcha. So, what is the goal? I mean, I know you restructured it with Kelly a couple years ago after that conference. What's the goal as far as like team size, where you want to get? And kind of in conjunction with that is when you have that goal for team size. Well, answer that question first, I guess. What's the goal for team size? Do you like where you're at? Do you want to get bigger? What is that? What's your
We
goal
want to
for
get
that?
bigger. So the goal for team size this year is to have 25 agents.
Love it.
Um,
Love it.
and it's a mixture of producing agents and newer agents. So we'd like to have average production per agent to be at least 5 million. So with
Okay.
25 agents at 5 million, it gets us 125 million in production.
That's good math. I like it. I
I
like
like that math.
it. So when you're looking at those new team members go from 13 to 25, are you open to new people or is there a minimum transaction count you want to have? So the production number, but then the second part is when you're talking about the new team member, you didn't want to be lonely. You wanted to have friends that you're doing it with and have it be a team activity. What are some culture or characteristic things that are important as you interview people to figure out if they're going to be a fit for your team?
And mostly just being a good person. Right. So we do have team expectations that we have spelled out in writing. Like we want you to be involved in the community. We want you to be open to coaching. We want you to do something quarterly for your own self-improvement. We bring in a therapist once a quarter to meet with each person individually so that we make sure our mind is where it's supposed to be. So somebody that's open to these things, if it's somebody that's just out for themselves and it's like, forget the team, I'm just going to work on my own, then they're probably not a good fit for us.
Right. No, I love that. I love that. And new, open to new, or have to have experience, or what kind of level is the minimum level?
No, we're open to new. We're open to new that are really, really ready to work.
Right.
Like sometimes agents come in, especially new to the industry, because they think it's so flexible, and they're
They
like, "Oh,
get
I can work
like six
7 hours a week
figures
and
and
make $100,000."
yeah, you don't have to
They can't,
work to get six figures, right?
right? Right. So if you're willing to put in the same number of hours you're willing to put in, if you worked at Starbucks, then you'll probably be a good fit. We can get coach you in at productivity.
I love that. So you talked about being a good person. You got really good team culture. I know you guys are super fun on social media and do a lot of good videos and fun stuff like that. But when it comes to lead generation, kind of how does that work with Hardman team? Do you just help them cultivate their own leads? Is there lead generation things you tap onto and give out to the team? Or kind of what does that atmosphere look like within your team?
So there's a couple different things there. So we're open to things like paid lead sources. We've had Zillow in the past and Realtor.com, Homes.com. We've paid for Google PPC. So if we're getting the return on it, we're open to it. If we don't get the return on it, we'll shut it down. Right?
Right.
There's no use in wasting money. But going for lead generation, what we first start off with is finding what somebody is happy doing. Right? There's 100 different ways to lead generate. But if I'm like, hey, you need to go cold call for 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and you hate cold calling, you're going to burn out pretty quick and it's not going to stick. So let's
Right.
find what you're happy doing and then find ways to do that and do it consistently over and over and over again and get results.
I love that. So meet the people where they're at and kind of pulling those strings that make the most sense for each individual team member.
Right.
Compensation model is within the team. What does that look like? Is it all for one, all the same? Is it graduated? Does it cap? What does it kind of look like?
It's graduated. It's a comfortable split for agents coming in. It starts off annually at a split that's better than if you just went to another brokerage around here and started off, right? And then according to your production level, it gets better and better and better.
Okay. Okay. So as you get better, you give away less of a percentage back to the house or back to your
Right.
team. And you
But we
provide
take
support, great marketing, great coaching, lots of great things for that.
right. We're big things.
I
Coaching,
love
collaboration systems.
differentiators other than having the great Sam leading your team. Anything that you think kind of differentiates your team from, somebody else out there that makes you guys special, makes you tick in a way that you're proud of?
I mean, there's a lot of things that I think we do well. One of the things is our admin and TC, because we take all the boring stuff away from our agents. Essentially, all they have to do is hang out with their clients, right? Hang out with their clients, show houses, find listings, have coffee with people, which is all part of lead generation. So
Sure.
we discovered the only things that pay you in real estate are lead generation, lead follow-up, and lead conversion. So if we could take everything else away from the agent where they could just focus on that, then it's pretty easy life for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Let them lean into the reason they became realtors, which was the social aspect and the wanting to help people either find a new home or sell their home, not the paperwork and the stuff that bogs down some of the realtors from gets in their way. Right.
Right. So we take literally all of that away from them, and all they get to do is hang out with people.
Perfect. And then you get to just, Tori, and she takes care of it. Right.
Right.
Perfect stuff. Perfect stuff. So, minute left. Anything else you want to make sure that, we get across in this video as if somebody's watching, why should they call up Sam? I mean, obviously, if I'm watching this video, I'm like, I just want to hang out with Sam. He's just a cool dude that, talks in a way that I would want to chill and be a part of that team. But anything that we're missing with Sam's team that, I think you think is important for people to know?
I think we're just really focused and passionate about helping people. So it's whether it's helping the community, helping our clients, helping each other. I personally get some real satisfaction on seeing agents increase their production. Just through Samson coaching, I've had clients go from 0 to 7 million in a year and 5 to 12 million in a year. and 12 to 20 million a year. So to see these agents, I mean, your life changes when you go from 5 million to 12 million. Your life changes when you go from 0 to 7 million in production. Like you're doing things with your family that you couldn't do before.
Yeah.
So to
Like
see
paying
like
bills.
an agent on our team just took her kids to Disney World for 12 days. Like seeing things like that is awesome.
Yeah.
And or to be able to leave for 12 days and know your team's got your back.
That's
We were
awesome.
showing I showed houses for her while she was gone.
That right there, just that story makes me really know what you're about, and I know you and Kelly ran a big philanthropic dinner, fundraising and do a lot of other great stuff in the community as well. And, you guys, you lead with your heart, and I think that trying to do what's best by people all the time is going to net all the results you need, and I
Yeah,
love
I
that.
think so.
Well, awesome. I've enjoyed our talk as always, Sam. I think that anybody interested should definitely reach out to you and Kelly and consider joining the Hardman team. I think they'll love it for
I
sure.
think
So
so.
thanks for sharing with me, Sam.
Hey, Donnie, make it a great one.
And with that, we're out.